The rain had been falling for hours. Wind howled through the narrow lanes of a forgotten village at the edge of the forest. In a small wooden hut stood a boy, Kavi, 10 years old, thin as a reed, eyes full of quiet questions. He had lost his mother a year ago. His father, broken by grief, had left one morning and never returned. Now, Kavi lived alone. The neighbors helped sometimes, a bowl of rice, a blanket, but when night came, the world became silent. And so did Kavi. He sat by the window that night, watching the lightning split the sky, whispering softly, "Why did everyone leave me?" But no one answered, only the sound of rain. Days turned into weeks. Kavi wandered through the forest every morning, collecting firewood, selling it at the market. One evening, as he sat near the river, he heard a faint voice, soft, almost like the wind was speaking. "You are not alone, Kavi." He turned quickly, but there was no one. Only a white bird sitting on a stone, looking at him with strange, kind eyes. The bird tilted its head and said again, this time clearly, "You hear me because your heart listens." Kavi froze. His heart pounded. "Who are you?" "Someone who was once lonely, too." The bird spread its wings and flew above the river. And though Kavi didn't understand, something deep inside him shifted, like hope awakening after a long sleep. In the market, the villagers whispered behind his back, "That's the boy who talks to birds. He's strange, maybe cursed." Kavi pretended not to care, but every word cut him. He started spending more time near the river, his only place of peace. And every time he came, the white bird returned. They didn't always speak. Sometimes they just sat, both silent, both healing. One evening, Kavi asked, "Why did everyone leave me?" The bird looked at the fading sun and replied, "Sometimes, when life wants to make you strong, it first takes away your walls, so you can learn to stand alone." Kavi frowned, "But I'm just a boy." "Even a seed is small," said the bird, "but it still grows into a tree strong enough to hold storms." That winter, a terrible fire spread through the forest. The villagers ran, shouting, crying, trying to save their homes. Kavi saw smoke rising near the old bridge. A small child was trapped on the other side. Without thinking, he ran through the flames. The heat burned his skin, his clothes tore, but he kept running. The bridge creaked beneath his feet, half broken. He reached the little boy, carried him in his arms, and ran back. The bridge collapsed behind them. The villagers gathered, gasping. Kavi fell to his knees, coughing, clutching the crying child. The villagers gathered, gasping. Kavi fell to his knees, coughing, clutching the crying child. For the first time, the people looked at him, not with pity, not with fear, but with awe. That night, Kavi returned to the river. The white bird was waiting. "I did what I could," Kavi whispered, "but I was so scared." The bird smiled softly. "You were brave. Loneliness didn't break you, Kavi. It built you." As dawn rose, the bird spread its wings, glowing in the morning light. "Will I see you again?" Kavi asked. "No," said the bird, "because you don't need me anymore." And with that, it flew away, disappearing into the golden sky. Kavi grew up, strong, wise, and kind. He became a teacher, helping children who felt alone, who carried silent pain in their small hearts. Moral of the story: loneliness is not a curse. It's the quiet workshop where courage is built. When you stop fearing your solitude, you find the version of yourself that was always meant to rise.